What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Evil Twin Brewing New York City, and they are out of Queens, New York, and this is their Freezer Fresh Sundae, the mint chocolate chip variant. So this is an Imperial Stout with soft serve ice cream, cacao nibs, and peppermint. It comes in 11% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed, time of review. And this can is just under 2 months old. So I reviewed a couple different beers from Evil Twin Brewing New York City over the past, say, year and a half or so. I reviewed a big triple IPA. I reviewed a basically a peaches and cream sour. So I thought, let's do a pastry stout. Now, I love mint chocolate, anything when it relates to food and drinks. However, delicate balance, and it's usually with the mint. Too much mint, ridiculous. It kind of tastes like you're eating or drinking something like after brushing your teeth. Not enough mint, it's like, what's the point? So hopefully this has a pretty good balance. So they're using cacao nibs and peppermint, but then they're also using soft serve ice cream. 11%, this is probably gonna be a big sweet boy, but I hope that at least it tastes like mint chocolate chip. That's the plan here. So crack it open, get in the glass, see what we got going on. And also, despite that, the fact that it's gushing, here we go. Beautiful. So this was in the fridge the entire time. It was. At both the place I bought it and my house. And it just gushed out of there. Little bit of secondary re-fermentation, perhaps. Good news is it definitely smells like mint chocolate chip. It really does. It definitely smells like I just opened a carton of mint chocolate chip ice cream. However, I hope that nothing bad has happened here because of the explosion. But that's why, I use the Bounty paper towels when I like duff a pour, which I do like every second video, every third video. But this is the real concern, is that, you have a pastry sour or a big imperial pastry stout that does this, because then, you could get an explosion. This just gushed, didn't explode. I was able to manage. But yeah, I'm hoping that everything's okay. Very thick. We're not going to pour any more in there. We're going to leave the rest of it to the end. We're not going to pour any more. What the hell's over here? Did I see like little specks of stuff? That can't be from this beer, can it? Maybe from the beer that I reviewed last? I don't know. Anyway, so what does this look like? Well, the head looks like a big pastry, like sour. That's kind of what you get a lot of times with pastry sours, because there's like remnants on the glass. Anyway, this is pitch black. Hold it up to the glass, it's pitch black. I see shit at the bottom of the glass, probably not gonna come off on camera. So pitch black, had about a 3-finger of this, dark brown colored head. It's very slowly going away, almost like a milk chocolate of some sort, or like a chocolate milk that you would pour a little bit. But yeah, you can see all like the remnants on the side. Why is it all over my hands? Like, if my hands are sticky, that's only, fuck me, it's gonna be a 30-minute review because I'm cleaning stuff and my hands are sticky. It's great times. Anyway, so this looks like you would expect kind of something like this look like, except for that head looks fucking gnarly. Like, yeah, I mean, it's not fruit puree, but it's like the remnants of like cacao nibs, peppermint, soft serve ice cream. So yeah, that looks like something that is a huge 11% Imperial Stout. Not much more to say, let's get a nose. Yeah, it smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream. I mean, there's soft serve in here, there's cacao nibs, there's peppermint, makes sense. A little bit of like a roasty kind of malt character coffee. But yeah, it's mint. It's like a dark chocolate, like more of like a 40-50% cacao bar. And there's a sweetness here. It smells, again, like I opened up a carton of mint chocolate chip ice cream and I scooped the first one, throw it into my bowl, and then like smelled the scooper or my bowl. And that's kind of what it smells like. Doesn't smell boozy, 11%. Very simplistic. Mint, chocolate, a little bit of roasty, toasty, both malt and coffee. That's it. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. This would be the easiest review I've ever done in my life. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Body's not as thick and syrupy as I thought. This is like lower to medium full. So it's not thick and syrupy and whatnot, which is nice because I think it helps with drinkability. For somebody out there who would want a big, thick, like chewy and syrupy beer, this isn't it. But it's also, I don't feel like thin. It's just a little bit thinner than maybe you anticipate from the style. So I think the body's fine. It's not a fantastic or amazing, but it's fine. The mouthfeel, it lacks a little bit of carbonation, which makes sense when you see this beer kind of from the angle that I am. It doesn't look like it has a ton of carbonation. Mildly carbonated. It's very soft. It doesn't have like a luscious, smooth, or creamy kind of like mouthfeel, which is a bummer. Because most beers like this that are soft are usually super smooth and creamy. It's smooth to some degree, but not really creamy. So body's fine. Mouthfeel, it's a bit lacking, if I'm being honest. Taste, they nailed it. This is mint chocolate chip ice cream all day long. It's not hard to kind of decipher what's going on my palate. Mint chocolate chip ice cream, front to back. It's sweet. The mint is balanced nicely by like a sweeter chocolate character and a little bit of like actually quite a bit of the vanilla from the soft. They say soft serve. I'm assuming they're using vanilla soft serve because there's a pretty big vanilla component here. It almost tastes like a liquefied Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie. I'd say it's more that than probably mint chocolate chip ice cream. Especially if you freeze your Thin Mints. Well, post in the comment section if you freeze your Thin Mints, because I totally do, and that's the way to eat them. Anyway, it's kind of like, yeah, you took like a bunch of frozen Thin Mints and threw it into 11% Imperial Stout. The problem I'm having with this one, taste-wise, is that I'm not getting a lot of the base beer. It would definitely have that roasty, toasty, like kind of, again, roasted malt, a little bit of like a moderately, I'd say like, you know, medium roasted coffee, but like in the taste, there's nothing there other than mint chocolate chip or mint chocolate in general. It's mint, it's chocolate, and it's vanilla. The taste is great. Like I like the taste. It's just thin body, or sorry, not thin body. Well, thin body, but I do think the body's okay, all things considered. Mouthfeel is not that great. And there isn't a lot of a beer here. This is just like, this is for, in my opinion, and again, you know, my opinion, it's worth absolutely nothing, but this is for folks who kind of want to drink beer. There is definitely a lot of sludge that's not leaving the bottom of this. When I clean this can out before I put it in the recycle, like there's got to be shit stuck at the bottom. It feels heavy, and there's no way I'm getting it out. But this is for somebody who wants to drink a beer that doesn't taste like beer. And I know that's wild coming from someone like myself who has reviewed so many different like heavily fruited sours, pastry stouts, the whole nine. But I'm being honest here. There is really no redeeming beer qualities of this one. There isn't a lot of, especially, you know, bases Imperial Stout. This just tastes like mint chocolate, whatever. Again, Thin Mint, mint chocolate chip. All right, so pouring the rest of whatever has the bottom in there, definitely bumped up the body. Now the body's like medium to full body. All right, so I'll take back that the body's a little bit lacking. I think it's fine. I just didn't pour the rest in there. Still think the mouth feels a little bit lacking. Here's what I'll say about this one. As far as like a mint chocolate chip Imperial pastry stout goes, they did a great job with this one. I think if the mouth feels better, it'd be fantastic. Personal preference is a bit different. I would say I'd give this like a 4.5, 4.6 for what they're going for. So I think they did a great job. Don't get it twisted. Personal preference. This is not my favorite pastry stout. It's really good. It's just not great. Here's the thing though. I've drank a decent amount and I've lost some of it. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be. Because while I'm saying mint chocolate chip or mint chocolate or Thin Mints or whatever, while it's sweet, there is a nice like semi-dry kind of finish. A little bit of like a mild like bitterness that's almost an earthy bitterness. It's still sweet, but it's not like, I could drink at least a half a can of this to maybe a full can, where a lot of these beers I want like 4 or 5 ounces max. So, all right, so we got, you know, cons. We'll do cons over here. Cons. Body's fine now. Mouth feels lacking. Not a lot of complexity for the beer. It doesn't really taste like a beer. Pros. 11%, I didn't even talk about. Hides it pretty well. A little bit of warming in my chest, nothing up palate, 11%, fantastic. It nails the flavor profile they're going for, 100%. And it's not as sweet as I anticipated. So I weigh all those together. I think this is a good to very good beer. And that's kind of where I'm going to rate it. So, Freezer Fresh Sundae, the mint chocolate chip variant from Evil Twin Brewing, New York City. I'll go high 4 out of 5. I'll go 4.05. I think that is kind of where this one lands for me. Not amazing, not bad, kind of just a good to very good beer. And I would say seek this one out if you like mint chocolate anything. Just seek it out, give it a go. I don't think you'd be disappointed from that flavor profile, but if you're somebody like me who likes beer, you might be a little disappointed in this one. So, you know, from a beer perspective. Anyway, price point and availability. I paid $7 for the can, and this one was distributed by the 12% Beer Project location in North Haven, Connecticut. They do, I'm pretty sure Evil Twin brews stuff at their own facility, but then some beers like this, they will contract brew at 12%, and then it gets out into the markets. So yeah, this one was from 12%. Fine by me, doesn't really matter as long as the beer is good. This is pretty good, just not great. And then availability, I have no idea. Again, I feel like this beer specifically, if you get 12% Beer Project stuff in your area, you probably should have seen this one by now. I think they released this one back in like the mid to late July. I'm reviewing this one in very early September. So this one was canned technically at like towards the beginning of July, which is why it's just under 2 months old. So yeah, not much more to say about this one. I do like that it hides the alcohol. I do like it tastes like mint chocolate, but it's not really beer-esque even. It just kind of tastes like someone took like a bunch of Thin Mints and crushed it up in this big, like, you know, thick beer that it's good, but like I want some beer properties. I'm not really getting them on the palate in the nose I did, so kind of disappointing. So if you've had this beer before, anything else in their Freezer Fresh Sundae series, throw in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. And yeah, I'm going to shut this one down, so appreciate it. To the next one. Cheers.